As we watch the developments in the Middle East this morning, smoke seen rising over northern Gaza after Israel's promise to ramp up its airstrikes ahead of an anticipated ground assault. One reported to have hit a cafe. The nearby hospital saying 12 people were killed. Israel claims it's targeting Hamas members and installations.
And the hope in Gaza today is that more humanitarian aid will be allowed through the Rafah crossing with Egypt. Yesterday, 20 trucks brought in supplies, but aid workers are calling it just a drop in the bucket. Far too little to address the massive humanitarian crisis. Close to 200 more trucks are still lined up to get through.
And with the situation as it is, the hundreds of Americans still trapped in Gaza, they're hoping for a chance to leave and escape the worsening conditions. We've got team coverage, of course, in the region, and we begin with ABC's chief national correspondent, Matt Gutman, in Tel Aviv. Good morning to you, Matt.
Hey, good morning, Gio. Gaza is again today cut off from food, fuel, and medical supplies. That is, we're seeing striking images out of Gaza, entire blocks pulverized into dust. And as Israel continues its nationwide ramp up towards this war, even setting aside 500 additional ICU beds. This morning, Israel creeping ever closer to a large-scale invasion of the Gaza Strip, amassing hundreds of thousands of troops on Gaza's border. That is, Israel's Air Force continues to bomb Gaza, rescuers frantically searching for survivors, clawing through the rubble of several residential buildings after an Israeli airstrike. Nearly 4,400 dead in Gaza, and in Israel, more than 1,400. In Gaza, over 164,000 residential units destroyed, and today, Palestinian officials reporting that over 1.4 million have been displaced. With that ground invasion looming, the Rafah border crossing with Egypt briefly opening Saturday, allowing 20 trucks with critical supplies to pass into Gaza.
We know that the priorities in Gaza right now are water, food, medicine, and fuel, and so that we are prioritizing our pipeline accordingly.
UNICEF saying the drinking water it supplied was enough for only 22,000 people for a single day. 2.2 million live in the Gaza Strip. And now questions about when the next round of vital aid could pass through. With international concerns soaring over Palestinian casualties, we spoke with the head of the Israeli military's medical corps. Have you instructed them to help care for Palestinian casualties they find along the way if this incursion happens?
To us, it does not matter who's the one lying on the floor. It can be an alien, it can be a tourist, it can be a Palestinian, it can be my friend. We are committed to our ethics, we're committed to our values.
This comes as American citizens are still trapped inside Gaza, including 10-year-old Aden Tawil and his mother, who went to Gaza to spend time with family when the war broke out. Both Aden and his mother are waiting at the Rafah crossing for the next opportunity out.
I hope we're going to leave. Sad to be hearing the bombs, everyone's dying.
Along Israel's border with Lebanon, fighting intensifying between Israel and the Iran-backed group Hezbollah. Hezbollah firing rockets and anti-tank missiles, Israel responding with artillery, and this airstrike overnight at an alleged Hezbollah cell near the border. In one of those skirmishes, an American citizen who was in the Israeli reserves was killed by Hezbollah anti-tank missile. Over the weekend, Hamas in Gaza releasing 2 American hostages, Judith and Natalie Raanan. The late-night handoff brokered by Qatar and facilitated by the Red Cross. It spawned hope in Israel for the other 200 hostages held by Hamas. A daily protest outside the military headquarters growing overnight. Sherry Elbad's daughter, Leary, was one of those taken. Have you been here every day?
We are here every day, since last Saturday.
And now concern is growing. Are you nervous? Are you scared now because Israel is closer to this invasion?
Yeah, of course. Of course I'm scared because what does that mean? I don't know where is my daughter. Nobody knows.
Nobody does know. In fact, this is where the families of the hostages have been camped out now. We understand it that Israel has not yet decided when exactly to launch that incursion into Gaza. There are a host of reasons for that. First is the welfare of those hostages, echoed strongly by U.S. officials in the U.S. And, of course, concern over igniting a regional war and concern over mounting casualties. Gio.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. And then listen, we've heard so much about this probable ground incursion. So what will that actually look like, though? What are you hearing?
We hear that there are going to be 3 stages. The first will be the massive assault. That'll likely last for a month. Israel might only take the northern part of the Gaza Strip at first. The second phase will last, we're told, about 2 to 3 months. They're calling that a mop-up. They're going to be looking for Hamas cells, looking for weapons and tunnels. And the third stage, we're told, could actually last for years. That'll be the rehabilitation of the Gaza Strip, trying to restore services, setting up a group that they can work with that is not Hamas. Again, they're saying that Israel could reoccupy Gaza in that stage, and that could take years. Janae.
A long road ahead. Matt, we appreciate your reporting.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.